Hey guys, it's Garrett, and I'm doing a Kite deck for the Kite and Shark duel, and this is the profile for it, so let's go ahead and get onto it.
And onto the dragon's head.
Yeah, like right here. Like, is my hand kind of decently?
Yes.
And I'm going to put it right where my hand is, so does that fit middle of the frame?
Yeah.
Okay. So, starting us off, I have a Dimension Wanderer. Essentially, it's like if I had a Galaxy Eyes on the field, to use his effect to banish both him and another target, I can send him from my hand to the graveyard and deal 3,000 points of effect damage to you. I got a Photon Satellite. Target another monster on the field, then those two monsters become the combined level of them two, and then it's like I can go into an overlay with it depending on the level of the monster. Curry Photon. I pay 2,000 damage, 2,000 life points to stop damage. I have a Plasma Ball. It's just a direct 300 attack, I believe, and it destroys itself at the end. Light Serpent, to pretty much bring it back. If it goes from my hand to the graveyard, it just comes right back to the field. So it's like I need to discard something, it's a free level 3 to the field. Galaxy Mirror Stage. Flip to, I believe it's deal 800. Oh no, that's to add Galaxy to my hand, and then it has another effect where it can deal 800 or have a monster gain 800. Photon Pirate, banish a Photon from my grave, and it gains 1,000 attack. And then I have Photon Cerberus. It's essentially like a Ancient Gear. When I normal summon it, you can't activate traps. And I run 2 Photon Lizards for Twin Photon, but sadly I don't have the fusion for it, so just there for looks. Shining Angel, he ran it in the anime as well as because every monster in here is a light. Reverse Buster, destroy any defense position monster that's giving you trouble. Galaxy Wizard, becomes a level 8, adds Galaxy card to my hand like Galaxy Expedition if I needed to or something like that. Galaxy Dragon, probably one of the most useless cards in this deck, but still a pretty good sizable attack monster. It can only attack dragon types, but when it does attack, it gains 1,000 extra attack, making it 3,000. Photon Circle, any damage involving this card is halved, so... throwing cards now. Photon Charge Man. It doubles his attack, so he becomes 2,000, but he can't attack the turn you do that. It's mainly so you can help get Galaxy Guys faster. Photon Crusher, every time it attacks, it switches defense position. And it's also above 2,000 attack points. Thrasher cannot be normal summon, I can only special summon it. And it's also mainly used for getting out either a rank 4 or for getting out Galaxy Guys. And then also one of the easier ways is Paladin of Photon Dragon. Essentially the same thing as Paladin White Dragon, just tribute it to get a Galaxy Ice. Then I'm running Overlay Sentinel and Overlay Booster. Their effects pretty much run together. Sentinel can only be normal summoned, while Overlay Booster can only be special summoned. But whenever Sentinel is normal summoned, he's automatically switched to defense position, and Booster can only be special summoned whenever you control a 2,000 or higher attack monster. Slasher, if there's an XE on the field, I can special summon him. Leo, I can shuffle my opponent's hand and they draw the same amount of cards. Photon Wyvern, whenever it's flipped, I can destroy all set cards. Now onto all the level 8s that I have. Galaxy Tyranno, it's a hand trap that can stop a battle because it's like if you declare an attack on a Galaxy monster I control, I special summon it, and then immediately exi summon using it and any other cards I can, so I can go for Prime Photon or Neo Galaxy Eyes if I need to. I'm running 2 Caesar. In the anime he only ran 1, but his effect was that he could use himself as 2 units, so might as well just run 2 because of their effect in the TCG where you can special summon another. I'm running Galaxy Knight. He can just be tributed with 1 monster if I control a Galaxy or a Photon monster. But if I do it that way, he loses 1,000 attack, but he gains it back at the end phase. And Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, the ace of his main deck, 3,000 attack, his effect, banish himself and the other monster. Good for getting rid of an XZ monster's units if you really want to get rid of it. He only runs 2 staples. He runs Monster Reborn and Book of Moon. Almost everyone in the animes run Monster Reborn. He runs a Photon Sanctuary, gets 2 2,000 attack tokens, and then you immediately tribute him for Photon Galaxy. Message in a Bottle. I target 3 monsters in the graveyard, and they're special summoned. I can only XZ summon for the rest of the turn, and if I don't XZ summon with those monsters, they're all destroyed, and I think I take life point damage. Or I don't. Galaxy Expedition. Special summons a Galaxy or a Photon monster. Excel Light lets me special summon a level 4 or lower Photon or Galaxy monster if I control no monsters. Galaxy Storm makes it to where a XZ monster loses a unit. Or is it destroyed? Oh, it's destroyed. Galaxy Zero targets a Galaxy monster in my graveyard, Galaxy or Photon, and special summons it. Got the Ritual Spell for Paladin, just self-explanatory. Double XZ's back. Essentially, during the turn an XZ monster was destroyed, I can target 1 monster with the same amount of attack and special summon it. Photon Trident gives a Photon monster 700 more attack, and it does piercing damage if it attacks a defense position monster. Photon Lead special summons a level 4 lower light monster. Overlay regen to get a extra unit onto an XZ monster. And onto the traps. I only have 3 traps, and I don't think he ran that many to begin with. We have Photon Current. Whenever a light dragon-type monster is targeted for attack, it gains the attack of the attacking monster. Luminize is whenever you declare a direct attack. I negate the attack and special summon a monster with the same amount of attack of that attacking monster. And then Double Dragon Descent, same thing, if you declare an attack, I can actually special summon a XZ monster from my deck, and during damage calculation it becomes the same attack, so it's just essentially a automatic crash. And now on to the extra deck. He ran a few of the normal numbers. He started off with 20 Giga Brilliant, detach a unit and monsters gain 300 attack, and number 11, or not 11, number 10, Illuminate. You detach a unit, discard a card, and draw a card. And he also ran number 30, Acid Golem, against Shark himself, who used a trap of his to get him, but didn't realize the effect. His effect is whenever you, this card, every time you attack, you have to detach, no, it's every standby phase you detach a unit, and if it doesn't have any units, you pay 2,000 every standby phase. He also had Dyson Sphere, that Quattro eventually got. Dyson Sphere is essentially, as long as he has units, he can attack directly, and if you attack it without units, he can target 2 cards in his graveyard, attach them to his units, and then it's essentially a recyclable thing. And if he were to just be destroyed, he could detach a unit. He has Starleaf's Paladynamo. Essentially, you detach units to make a monster on your enemy's field attack 0. Lord Galaxion, not Paladynamo. Lord Galaxion, depending on the number of units, special summons a Galaxy Eyes. If you detach 1 unit, it specials from your hand, but if you detach 2, it special summons from the deck. And then you have Neo Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. If you use Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, its effect, it negates every other card effects on the field. Number 46, he has 4 effects, but I believe only one of them is really useful against decks that don't have dragons. The rest involve your opponent having dragon types. Number 95, he used it in the manga, and it's detach a unit, send 3 cards from your deck to your grave, and your opponent banishes the top 3 cards from their deck. Number 62, Prime Photon, he is 4,000 attack. If he has Galaxy Eyes as a unit, his attack is normal, but if he doesn't, he only does half damage. and if he is destroyed while he had Galaxy Eyes as a unit, he comes back on your second standby phase with 8,000 attack. But since he wouldn't have Galaxy as a unit, he'd only do 4,000 damage if he were to attack directly. And Armored Photon Dragon to, essentially if I summon him I can detach a unit to pop a card on my enemy's field if it's a bothersome card, or it can just be an extra unit to add on if I were to go on to number 95. And that's the Kite's deck. Hopefully it was good enough one for the duel, and subscribe to the Sonic Ducks, and watch out for more videos.